This is Valerie VanBooven with the Senior Care Industry Netcast, where leaders with 3 or more years of experience in the senior care market share their advice. So let's get to it. In a few sentences, tell us who you are and what you do.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. My name is Tamar Frieden. I am the founder of Music for Life CNY Seniors Samba. What is Senior Samba? It is an interactive music and movement program incorporating instruments and props that invite movement, either upper body, lower body, and mindfulness to seniors at senior living homes and communities.
Awesome. And you can do this. We were just talking about this before we started recording. You could do this virtually, right?
Yes. Exciting news is I now have a video program session that can be seen and used virtually at any senior living home in the country. And the beautiful part about it, it is turnkey. Everything is given to you, and all you have to do is put in your simple password, and you will have access to 4 different music and movement videos of Senior Samba. The songs that are used in the program are a large variety. You'll have golden oldies, you'll have new today pop because they have a good beat and they invite great movement. I use different languages as well, just to invite the culture of different countries in the program. And some of them will even go back to early childhood memories, which are wonderful for dementia and Alzheimer's. Row, row your boat, You Are My Sunshine, Yankee Doodle. And each song, they'll be invited to play an instrument, move their body, always invited to sing along and join as well.
Very nice, very nice. And we were talking before. You were talking about doing this as a Zoom, but then decided to record it, right? So that people didn't have to worry about that Zoom connection and all the internet challenges that we can go through on any given day.
Absolutely. Zoom is wonderful, and it became a common language in many homes with COVID. And I had tried, because I wasn't able to go into any senior living home, to offer free Zoom classes in the beginning. And it was such a struggle to get on, log on, stay connected. Some of the homes are more successful. Their internet is more reliable than others. But having now Senior Samba interactive music and movement virtual program on a platform where it is streaming, it's all they'll have to do is log in and choose whichever video series they would like to do that day.
Awesome.
And the other important or wonderful part of the program is if you are a senior living community with different communities, assisted living, memory care, and independent, the program is built for everyone in that community. So with one membership, you will be able to share the program with your entire community.
Nice. That is nice. And yes, everybody's kind of at a different level of ability and, cognitively and physically. So that's great.
Yes. And I also share with the program, they get a manual with all the words, all the movements that can be done or invited to do with each song. So an activities director or life enrichment can choose a video and say, oh, this group is going to be able to get up and lift their legs. So we're going to do
nice.
These boots are made for walking because we're going to lift our legs and boogie.
All right. Great. Sounds like something I need to do is lift my
I'll boogie with you, Valerie.
All right. What is the best thing about serving senior adults?
Oh, I believe this is my life's calling. I started my company over 20 years ago. And the first time I was in a senior living home and I saw how the room was transformed by sharing music, sharing fun, and even little silliness we get when we're doing the program. I was so moved. I remember I came out, the tears were rolling down my cheeks, and I just looked up and I said, "Thank you." And my grandmother, may she rest in peace, was quite the character. And I believe that she was channeling me, all her energies, to walk into a senior living home and create magic. And I've seen miracles happen. I've seen people who are so closed, nonverbal, and when you put a shaky egg in their hand and they felt that vibration and the shake, they came to life, and all of a sudden they were belting out, "You are my sunshine."
Nice. That is so nice. I love a shaky egg. Yes, that's that is so fun. Good. Yeah. Well, for most of us in this industry, it is a life calling, or it is something that has happened in our life that we've experienced that call us to help others and help our senior population. So thank you. I mean, it is amazing to see the change in people when music is involved. Um,
Sure.
Anybody, any senior, you turn that music on. I walked into my dad's nursing home many times, and they've had, whether it was a church service or a religious service, or they've had just some kind of cool activity going on, and the whole room was full of people in wheelchairs and walkers and whatever, singing along, or just boogieing in their chair or whatever they were doing, and it was a lot of fun. So that was pretty cool.
And
All
it
right.
unites the community.
Yeah.
What I have found is that the staff, the residents, anyone who is there, they're hearing that music, their feet start going, they come in, they want to join along. There was a home I used to do back in New York, and we would do the song Single Ladies. And every member of that staff would come out and grab a tambourine and boogie on. And the residents just saw another side of them that made it so real for them. They weren't just their caretakers, they were people boogieing and having fun with them.
Friends. Yeah. Yep, absolutely. That is fun. Yep. I love it when the staff, how can you not, whether you're working in the kitchen while it's going on, or you're, cleaning tables or whatever you're doing in that recreation area or near it, it's hard to not, kind of either enjoy watching or kind of, rock, go to the beat yourself.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is a lot of fun. So I would imagine in your lifetime, and you mentioned your grandmother, that there have been people and organizations that have really meant a lot to you, mentors, or just organizations that you think, wow, they really do a good job. Who would you
Oh,
like to give a shout out to?
there are so many. I'd like to shout out to all the activities directors in Southern California, at the Atria Senior Livings, at Pacifica Senior Livings, at Felicita Senior Living, at Summerford Senior Living, at Seacrest Valley, to all of their staff, their activities directors, their executive directors that have gone beyond to accommodate the residents and make them feel safe, happy during this really trying time.
Absolutely. Yeah. Activity directors definitely haven't gotten enough shout outs on this show because they have done everything possible to be helpful during all of this. And it is just a challenging time. And I know that my dad had been in nursing home for about 2 years when my stepmother decided to bring him home because of COVID, which is a challenge in and of itself. But in the meantime, that activities director did everything she could to be able to get us on Zoom, or not Zoom, but FaceTime calls, and be able to talk to him. And obviously, it's not enough, um, but it's not their fault. They really are doing the very best they can. And here she is in his room, completely head to toe in this gear, and trying to have fun and do things. And, we even celebrated his birthday over FaceTime because we couldn't go see him and all that. So, did the very best they could, are doing the very best they can.
They are our stars. They are our true heroes
Mhm.
um, during
Absolutely.
this time
Yes.
and in general.
This has been probably the most challenging points in all of their careers. I would imagine for most of them, most
Yep.
challenging, and also, for some of them, this is given a lot of people new ideas and new ways to integrate family and integrate activities with folks. So I'm sure a lot of
Absolutely.
things will change, including what you have to offer, because that is a great way to get people moving a little bit more.
It's a great way, and it's also, I felt when I was producing and creating it, that it was a it would be an advantage and a really helpful tool for senior living residents and homes, because it's in-house and it's there. If somebody didn't show up, or if their activity didn't come, or they didn't get what they needed, they have Senior Samba. They can just plug in the video, hand out the instruments, and I can promise you that they'll always have a good time.
Yeah, absolutely. That's cool. That is so nice.
Thank
All
you.
right. Let's talk about online marketing. So you have probably put this online, and we'll put your website and everything anybody needs with your video here so they can talk to you or order or whatever they want to do. Online marketing is marketing in general has been challenging. We can't get together. We can't network in person as much. Now, hopefully we're seeing the light at the end of that tunnel. But I think things have changed with regard to online marketing. I think people have gotten a lot more serious about it. What has been your experience or your thoughts about online marketing, especially now?
I think now it has been the prize for everybody, that we can continue and we can engage and interact with our online platform, whether it be Zoom, FaceTime, Google, whatever you're choosing.
Hmm.
And I think it depends on the individual. I'm speaking from myself, from my experience, so that whenever I do have an online Zoom class, my priority is first to know who's in the room so I can engage on a personal level. And whether you're in person or on Zoom, I think making that personal connection is really important. And technology has allowed us to do that today.
Hmm.
And I think you can reach a lot more people with your online marketing. So
Yes.
there are pros and cons. There's always nice that familial, meeting someone and shaking their hand, but that's not happening right now, and we don't know what our future holds. So I think online marketing has been very valuable for reaching the vast opportunities that are out there. I live in California, but I'm talking to someone in North Carolina, and we're boogieing together on Zoom. I don't know if that would have happened.
Yeah. Yeah. You definitely, truly, we have an opportunity to reach a broader audience if you want to. If you
Exactly.
take that, and there's been a lot of negatives. Of course, nobody ever wants to have to live through a pandemic. But if you take some of these cloudy days that we've had for the last year and you look for that silver lining and you think, what can I do? And the word pivot has been way overused, but what can I do to turn this into something that might be long lasting? And that is learning how to reach out to humans using a screen. And I think people would be surprised at how malleable and willing seniors are to use their screens and willing to learn how
Yes.
to do this on screen and use Zoom or FaceTime or whatever it is. They are very willing to do that. They need the right tools, but once you set them up and give them a little, let them fool around a little bit and get used to it, it's not so bad.
Right.
They
Right.
can do it. So it definitely,
Technology, exactly. Technology has evolved to make it click,
yeah, yes.
and there we are.
Yes. What would have
And I think,
happened? Yeah, like if this were the 80s, we would be lost. I mean, we would be just like, there's
yeah,
nothing going on here.
that
So,
would be so isolating,
yeah,
so much more isolating.
yeah.
So I'm a strong supporter of online marketing and using that to promote and provide
Hmm.
for everybody.
Yeah, good experiences. Yes.
Yep,
All
definitely.
right. What piece of advice would you give to other senior care providers?
Hmm. Um, I would say that use your online, reach out to as many people as you feel that will be that would have value for what you do, and don't limit yourself. Even if you're in the East Coast, go out to the West Coast, because if you have an idea, a product, an event that is going to be valuable, the value is for everybody. And spread our wings.
Yep, get out there and talk to people about what you do. And some of our, viewers and listeners are local businesses, but
Mhm.
if you work on the north side of town, reach out to the south side of town.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, it's there's opportunity in everything here. So I would say, yeah, learn a little bit more about your online presence and how it works.
Hmm.
Take that
And,
step.
and look for online. If you're looking for something, just put it in your Google search, and you'll be surprised how much you can get and receive and make a contact and connection. All connections are valuable.
Yes.
Everyone.
Yeah, we met on LinkedIn. So and I would say that other than our regular clients, every single person, all 105 now episodes, are people who, and some people I already knew, but not everybody. And they're all LinkedIn connections. 100% are LinkedIn.
I I second that. LinkedIn has been a wonderful opportunity for me as well. And everyone has been professional, friendly, and responsive if they have an interest in what you're doing. And if not, some of them will be just as respectful and responsive and say, great idea, but it's not,
Yeah,
I'm not in senior care anymore.
yeah.
So I would shout out to everyone to check out your LinkedIn, ask your questions on Google, and look for those opportunities because they're there.
Yes, absolutely. All right. So my last question is supposed to be a fun one. I can't wait to get this answer. When you have a win in life or business, how do you like to celebrate?
We have a dance party.
Yeah, I bet. I knew that was coming. I said, I'm going to guess that you get up and do a jig.
Yes, totally. Totally.
So absolutely, yes. And we have had dancing. A few answers we've had are dancing, jumping in the ocean, which must mean they either live in California or Florida. And we've had all kinds of stuff. We've had some crazy things and some pretty normal stuff. But I think dancing is a great way to celebrate any time, any little thing. Give yourself a round of applause and do a little jig. Birthdays, weddings, in just generally having a good day. So
And I always remember too is to say thank you.
yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I want to thank you for doing the show, for introducing us to Senior Samba, and
My pleasure.
make sure that everybody has your links and information. And thank you so much.
Yes, and if anybody's interested, I'm always available to set a Zoom call at their convenience if they want to learn more.
Good.
I do have an outreach email, which includes a sample of the program.
Cool. All right. That sounds great. Thank you so much.
My pleasure, Valerie. Thank you so much for having me. It was so nice to meet you and to have this little chat about seniors. And
Yeah.